You are listening to Beyond the Wheel, a podcast about the people and ideas that drive the RV community forward.
Looking to get out there and stay out there? Battleborn Batteries lithium-ion batteries are here to power your RV, marine, and off-grid adventures. Designed as an easy drop-in replacement for traditional lead-acid batteries, these reliable solutions have 2 to 3 times the power, charge 5 times faster, are a fifth of the weight, and last 10 times longer. Offered in a variety of models in unique sizes and shapes, ranging from 50 amp hour to a robust 270 amp hour, and backed by a 10-year warranty. Battleborn batteries are built to fit your needs and power your experiences. On the road, on the water, and off the grid, reliable power is here. Check them out at battlebornbatteries.com. We have a great episode for you today by covering the outside as well as the inside of your RV. First up is CDI Custom Paint. Is your RV fading, looking old? CDI Paint can bring a new look to your old RV with a factory or custom paint scheme. Need a trailer painted or a tow vehicle to match your RV? They can do that too. They can even take your gel coat RV and turn it into a full body paint. Then a short break from Echo One Adventures, we have Clean Tank come on and chat with us about the importance of keeping your holding tanks clean. Did you know your tanks can get so gummed up that it could be robbing you of gallons of water while trying to boondock? They also share a not-so-secret formula to use in your tanks to keep them clean all year round. So without any further ado, let's get this episode started. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Day 3, Episode 1 of the FMCA convention out here in beautiful Tucson, Arizona. Today we are joined with CDI Custom Paint, and joining us is Brenda from CDI Custom Paint. And Brenda, if you could just kind of introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself and what your role over at CDI Custom Paint is.
Okay, yes, my name is Brenda Bilhars, and I've been with CDI for 19 years. My role with CDI is I'm actually the accounting manager. So we are starting to get into this retail aspect of going out and doing some of these shows. So we're kind of grabbing some of the managers and setting this up. So seeing what we can find out.
Yeah, it's great to see you guys out here.
Yeah. It's great to be here, considering there's a lot of snow at home right now, too.
That's a good reason to be here also.
What year did CDI Custom Paint start?
We opened operations in Iowa in 2002, and we're directly across the street from Winnebago Industries.
Okay, so you're in Forest City.
We are in Forest City, yep. Okay. And we have another location in Charles City as well.
Where's that?
It's about an hour away from Forest City. So Forest City is on the west side of I-35. Charles City is on the east side of I-35.
Okay.
And, talking about a little bit what you do, you guys do more than just the OEMs. You can also, somebody can come to you aftermarket and have paint applied to their RV.
Correct. We can do paint corrections. So sometimes people have a stop sign or a tree branch or something jump out in front of their RV and put a scratch or something in it. And we can do corrections that way. Otherwise, we can do full repaints where the customer can come in, they will sit down with us, they can pick out a design out of our design library that has probably 70 different designs to choose from, or if they want to do something completely custom, we can customize something for them.
Okay.
And then they would pick out whatever colors they want to go on their coach as well, and then we will do it from start to finish.
Oh, okay.
And even though you're located by Winnebago, it's not just Winnebagos that you paint, right?
Correct. We are currently painting for Spacecraft, manufacturing New Horizons fifth wheels, Featherlight trailers, Prevost Direct. We've done a Millennium luxury motor coaches as well, and in addition to Winnebagos.
Okay.
I'm glad you mentioned some of the travel trailers, and fifth wheels. I for some reason I was under the impression that you were motorhomes only.
Nope, we can paint anything. We can paint just an enclosed trailer that somebody would want to pull behind their motorhome. We can paint their towed vehicle to match if they wanted the striping to go through that as well. So yeah, we can do boats. We can do about anything. So
I've seen some of these enclosed trailers that you're talking about where the trailer matches the motorhome. Yep. I've never known so that's where it's being done at. You guys are doing those.
We can do that. We've also just painted an HDT truck, semi-truck, for Switch It Up crew, purchased a Spacecraft trailer and had their truck painted to match that. So It's a very sharp looking unit.
Something like that's completely custom. And I guess the first thing they should do is they either call you or email.
They can actually go to our website, CDICustomPaint.com, and look through our website, and then there's a request a quote button.
Okay.
And they would just begin the communication there. That's going to send an email out, and then we will follow up with whatever their preference of communication is, either by email or phone. And then we can get them a quote, or they can send us pictures if it's a paint correction that they want done.
Okay.
And we can give them a quote that way.
And is that the same thing even for? Oh, so you already said for paint corrections, even for a full body.
Even for a full body paint.
That's the first step for everybody.
Yep. They can also call the office as well, but we really appreciate seeing pictures, because we have a better understanding of what it is that they're looking to get corrected.
And every quote is probably unique, right? It's not like a flat rate.
Every quote for paint correction is unique. Our full body Class A motorhomes for a repaint is going to start at $16,000.
Okay.
So depending on what kind of finish, any type of upgrades, if they wanted fades or anything like that, anything enhanced, then the price goes up a little bit there.
And do you guys also add, like, do you have the ability to add like paint protection film to the front caps?
We
and
do.
stuff?
We have 3M paint protection film that we add.
Okay.
And that's another service that we add. We also remove it. So there are people that want it removed because it's become an eyesore on their coach.
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
we will remove it as well.
Okay.
But that's usually after a long period of time.
After a long period of time,
with
yes.
the film.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a maintenance item, so it's supposed to be removed every 5 to 7 years and reapplied.
Okay.
So yeah, if it's been on their coach for 10 years, it's looking pretty brittle.
Okay.
And what about like ceramic coating and stuff?
We do not do anything with ceramic coating.
Okay.
So yeah,
But the PPF you do?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
perfect.
Okay. And then as far as what can be painted, not just about sizes and things like that, but what about a coach, like a Class A motorhome that maybe didn't have a full body paint to begin with, and it's got decals and whatnot? Can that still
that
be
can
painted?
be painted? We have done several of those as well, where that the disadvantage of having decals on your coach is over time, those are going to become to peel and fade and crack. So we encourage people to bring it to us. We'll remove all those decals and we'll put a full body paint on that coach. And some people want it to look exactly like their coach was with the decals, and we can do that, but it's all just going to be paint now and no decals.
Oh, nice.
So
I don't think people realize when you're talking about a full body paint on a coach, just how much paint is on that coach.
Yes.
I mean, it's not just a couple layers. You guys are having to put a lot of layers on there, correct?
Well, we would put one base coat of paint on there, and then the additional colors would be stripes. So there's going to be a couple layers of paint, but it's not going to be like 5 or 6 layers of paint on top of paint. And then we put 2 coats of clear coat on.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But you're still probably talking gallons.
Yes, it's a lot of gallons of paint. Yes. And the whole process from start to finish, if somebody were to bring their coach to us for repaint, is about 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
okay.
From the time they drop it off to we're complete.
And about how much lead time typically do they need to, if somebody wanted it done this summer, are they making calls now, or can they wait till closer to summer?
It is better to start making calls now.
Okay.
We do have some availability this summer into fall. Winter is a prime time to bring us your coach. So it is a super slower time for the retail aspect. But the schedule will start to fill up after these shows that we do and as we get into summertime. But we do have availability. We have 2 weeks open in May, and then some more openings throughout the summer.
Okay.
You said 3 to 4 weeks. That's in a booth, right? So like you should expect to be out of your RV if you're a full timer.
Unfortunately, you
that period of time.
cannot stay in the. We do have a car service where we can take somebody to the airport if they wanted to fly home while this transition was taking place, and then we can go back to the airport and pick them up. Or there's some, Verbo houses or cottages in Clear Lake that could be rented if they wanted to stay someplace like that.
Okay.
And I know not everybody thinks of Forest City probably as a vacation destination, but I actually enjoy Forest City, Iowa a lot. There's a lot of sightseeing to do. You have the state parks there. I do a lot of biking when I'm out there. I really enjoy the town. There is such a thing as Iowa nice.
Yes.
And it's a true, real thing. Everybody is super friendly in that town. My wife and I always enjoy every trip that we take to Forest City, Iowa.
Yes, it is a great place to visit. There's a lot of local attractions as well. The Buddy Holly Crash site is there, close by. you're not far from the Mall of America in Minneapolis if you wanted to go there, or if you wanted to make a day trip to South Dakota, or you could do that as well. So
Yeah, it's a good destination.
And what type of warranty is on your paint?
we have a 3-year warranty on it.
Okay.
It's basically, we're going to stand behind our workmanship that we do. So
That's great. And then what should people be doing to take care of, after it gets the repaint, what should people be doing to really maintain the look of their coach?
yeah, basically treat it like your automobile. You're going to wash and wax it. Don't use a bristle brush on it, which can put some scratches in it. Microfiber towels is the best to wipe anything off of it. But yeah, basically it's automotive paint, so treat it like an automobile.
Okay, so everything that you would do for your car, you can do for your RV in this case. Because that's not the case, I don't think, when it doesn't have that full body paint. I think it's a slightly different process.
If it's just a gel coat finish,
gel coat,
then
that's
yes.
I couldn't think of what the word was. Okay.
Can you take an RV that, like I have a fifth wheel and it has a gel coat on it. You can take that and make it a full body paint?
Yes, you can.
Oh, okay.
Yep, we can do that. We do a lot of the. Some of them just have the colored gel coat sidewalls and then decals on that. So then we would just strip the decals down and start fresh and put on a full body paint.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that either.
I would imagine that's pretty popular.
It's becoming a lot more popular, yes, especially as the decals aren't holding up.
Okay. And with this whole, van life, #van life craze going on, I would imagine you see probably all types and all sizes of rigs. Are you seeing an influx of vans?
We are seeing an influx of vans. Some of them just want a small little design on the side, or some want the whole thing painted. We do all the OEM painting for Winnebago, so we do everything from Class B to Class A.
Okay.
So we're familiar with all different sizes.
Wow, how many booths do you guys have for? There must be a lot.
I know. We have 9 booths in our Forest City location, but we have a large spray room that will hold 12 Class A motorhomes at one time.
Wow.
So, yes. Yes, it's a 110,000 square foot facility, so it's a large facility. If you start walking through it, you don't know if you're ever going to get to the end.
And have you guys, I guess, expanded to that over time? I mean, you didn't start at that size, did you?
We put a small expansion on a couple years into this.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So you've always been a big company, I guess.
In 2002 is when we started in Forest City. We built the facility in Charles City in 2004. So that was Winnebago had another facility in Charles City as well. And so we were painting there as well. So Charles City has kind of become our Prevost line.
Gotcha.
That we're doing there. So
now, when you're talking about paint correction on an RV, especially like a huge Class A, how are you blending that? Or like if I have a paint correction, like let's say on the rear cap, are you having to repaint that whole thing for a paint?
Depending on how big of an area the repair is.
Okay.
I mean, if it's a super small area, we're gonna have to go bigger than what just the repair is and make it a blendable match.
Right.
We have a color eye that we can match paint with as well.
Oh,
we do all our own mixing of paint. We have a large paint room that we mix all our own paint. I'll have all the toners and everything. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, that makes it easier.
Yeah.
And I might have a dumb question. So when you're saying like paint correction, are you talking about just fading or scratches?
Scratches. We do some minor body repair
You do?
as well.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so yeah, we can do. We aren't into like collision repair, but we can do some light body work and painting.
And I guess that's where those photos really become most important.
Yes.
So you want to be able to see it before somebody travels
Right.
all the way to
We
you.
want to make sure that we're on the same page with what they're wanting to get, because somebody's small little repair may not be what we see as a small little repair.
Right. Okay.
And people that have, you see some people that have like delamination. So after they get that delamination repaired, they could schedule with you to get the paint done.
Are you talking fiberglass delamination or the clear coat delamination?
Clear coat.
Clear coat, yes.
Yeah,
If they have the clear coat delamination, then that is something that we can do at paint and yes, and then clear again.
Okay.
Yeah, we cannot fix the fiberglass delamination.
Right. Okay.
All right. Well, I think that's all of our questions. But because Sean and I are paint newbies, is there something that we missed that we should have talked about that you want to highlight?
No, I think you pretty much covered everything. I mean, we can do everything from small repairs to large large full body repaints, and we can do enhanced finishes and fades, and opportunities are endless.
Okay.
So,
But before you go, please give out your website, phone number, anything that you would like for anybody listening and they want to contact you guys. What's the easiest, fastest, best way?
you can contact us through our website at CDI Custom Paint.com, or you can call our office at 641-585-5900.
Perfect.
And if people are here at the show, you're in the exhibitor hall.
We are booth number 217.
217. Okay.
Yep.
Great. Awesome. Well, thanks for taking the time to come talk to us.
Yes, thank you for having us.
We want to thank Echo One Adventures for sponsoring our trip to the FMCA convention. Echo One Adventures is a company that does electrical installs in all types of RVs and rents travel trailers fully outfitted for off-grid living. To learn more about them, go to echo1adventures.com. Thanks again to Echo One Adventures for their support.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Day 3, Episode 2 of the FMCA Convention here in beautiful Tucson, Arizona. Up next, we have Kleen Tank, and we're joined by Jack with Kleen Tank. Jack, if you could just kind of introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself and what your role at Kleen Tank is.
So my name is Jack Pate. I'm actually from Kleen Tank of North Carolina. So I'm actually from North Carolina. I've been in Kleen Tank since 2022, May, and in 2023 I started doing trainings for the parent company.
Okay.
Of new dealers that's coming on board.
Okay.
And how would you best describe what Kleen Tank does for RVers?
Foremost, our biggest part as Kleen Tank, we like to educate RVers first. So, we actually want to clean their tanks, but our platform of business is basically on education. So we like to educate the customer first, and then we go into cleaning their tanks. We like to give recommendations for cleaning their tanks and how to maintain them after we have done the service.
Okay. And I think most people think of cleaning a tank, they're only thinking of the black tank, but you guys do all 3 tanks.
Yeah, we do the, like motor coaches, most of them have 2 tanks. This is the black tank and the gray tank, which is your kitchen and shower. And then you've got fifth wheels and travel trailers, which have 3 tanks. Some even have 4 tanks on them. So we clean all those tanks to galley. And believe it or not, a lot of people think the black tank is the worst tank. Sometimes the gray tank can be worse than the black tank because it's just a perfect breeding ground for mold in the tank, because it's a perfect breeding. It's dark, it's wet, it's moist. It's just a perfect scenario.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I would have never thought that. I would have always thought the black tank is the dirtiest of the tanks.
Yeah, so we go to coach, and they're saying, I'm getting all these odors that think it's coming from the black tank, and 9 out of 10 times it's coming out of that galley or the shower tank.
Okay. And then when you say that you go in and clean, what does the cleaning process look like? For somebody that contacts you guys, you come out and you do a service on their coach, what does that entail?
So what we do is we go in and we hydrojet. So a lot of people, they don't understand the process. They would go in with a pressure washer. That's the first thing they say. We do not use a pressure washer. We use a commercial pump, and we hydrojet the tanks out from outside. So we go in from outside and we hydrojet. There's different in hydrojetting and pressure washing. Pressure washing, they're using 3,000 and 4,000 PSI pumps. We don't do that. We're strictly using 1,500 PSI. And a lot of people ask the question, I think we're going to get to that in a second, but that's what we do.
Okay.
And then after we clean them, we actually do a reverse flush on the tanks. So everything that we've broken up in the tank, we flood those tanks back to 80% capacity, and then that helps encapsulate all the stuff that we have broke up to slid down in the tank, and it pulls it out of the tank, the remaining.
Okay.
And my favorite saying is, it's almost drinkable.
Okay.
Key word.
Almost.
Almost.
Okay.
And is it safe for all tanks to have them clean like that?
Yes, sir. We've done Airstreams, motor coaches, fifth wheels, travel trailers. I think the oldest one I've done is a 1964 Airstream.
Wow.
Had a 7-gallon black and a custom 15-gallon tank, gray tank on it. So, yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Are there different, this might not be really a question for you, but are there different types of tank materials, or are all of them the same material inside?
You got some that are stainless steel tanks.
Really?
On the higher end coaches and some of the older coaches, there may be stainless steel tanks on there, but most of them are the plastic tanks on the tanks, and they're safe for all tanks. That's why we use 1,500 PSI. I've been doing it over 12 years. Haven't ever had an incident where we've blowed a hole in the tank or messed up a sensor on the tanks.
Okay.
And how long does it take to clean a tank?
Just depends.
Okay.
We always tell the normal process is 1.5 to 2 hours, just depending on what kind of rig it is. Depends on how dirty it is. So it's based on that. So I would say a good estimate time is 1.5 to 2 hours is a good round figure. If you got 4 tanks, it's going to take a little longer than a 2-tanker.
Okay. But you're doing a pretty thorough clean out then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So we go in. Our saying is we get it back to factory clean.
Okay.
Okay. And how often, like, it seems like 3 weeks after I get a new RV, my black tank sensor doesn't read correct anymore. But how often, like, as a regular maintenance kind of procedure, should we get the tanks clean? And I'm sure, I guess, on top of this question is that education you talked about on what we should be doing from the get-go so we don't have to get our tanks cleaned as often, I guess.
So we recommend we do a grading scale on the tank. So when we get there and we start cleaning and we see how the stuff, as weird as it sounds, we tell customers always, they'd say, you want me to dump before I get there? Nope. Don't dump. We like to see what's coming out of that tank, see what the flow is. And then we actually grade those tanks from A to F.
Oh.
And then we recommend how bad it is. We recommend having that done in about a year later. And we grade them again. If you do it by another clean tank dealer, they're going to do the same methods. So we're kind of like McDonald's, Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
You know, they're all different branches, but we all do the same thing. You're going to get the same treatment. So whenever we go back and grade it, you compare the 2 grades of what the tanks are.
One, I guess my first question is, how do people find your locations? I know you're here at FMCA and you're doing cleanouts here, but for anybody listening that's not here, how would they find you guys to know if they live close enough for you guys to come out and service their RV?
So you can go to cleantank.com and you can go on the tab that says Find a Dealer. And we have a pin map on there. You can click on the pin, or you can just scroll through and get to Alabama. You can get to upstate New York. You can get to Michigan. You can get to Florida. And click, and you see the name of the dealer, and you just click on there, and they have a, you can visit their Facebook page, or you can send them an email, or you can scroll to the bottom of the page, and there's a quick link, fill out the form, and wherever you put your location at Alabama, the email will be sent to that dealer automatically.
Wow, that's
and we
easy.
Also, in every one of our, when we do a service, we have a thank you bag, and we have a QR code in that thank you bag, and if you're on the road having a problem, got a clog, forbid you have a clog, but if you have just want to get a cleaning, you can scan that QR code and pull up the website, and they pull up the list of dealers, and you click on one that's closest to you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Easy.
And we have 44 dealers right now. I got a guy here by me that's a Southern Utah dealer. He's getting trained here at the FMCA rally this week. So we're adding dealers every month. We're adding dealers. We're going to get to 50 this year, and we'll see how it goes from there. We may even add even more. So we're trying to be able to cover anybody that needs the service.
That sounds great.
And we also have 12 on-the-road dealers that travel around full-time. So they're kind of stopping off in different spots.
Okay.
So let's go back to the sensor then. So will the cleaning take care of the sensor problem?
So our saying is 9 out of 10 times we will get those sensors back reading correctly. It's always that 10th time it may not work. Most of the time when it doesn't, if it's a cleaning issue, it'll take care of itself. But that 10th time it could be a mechanical reason, and that's something we don't do. We have a bunch of other people doing a bunch of other things out there that offer tank cleaning, but they offer other services. We just do tank cleaning. We're the leading company nationwide in tank cleaning. We the biggest network of dealers.
Okay. And, we're here at the FMCA show. They gave us a bag when we checked in, and it had a small bottle of a clean tank solution. How is your clean tank solution different than, I don't know, say the pods that you drop in a toilet or the anything else? So
I won't call any names of different companies that have different chemicals. There's a lot of them out there. Our method is they're holding tanks. So holding tanks, you want everything to come out of them. This is part of our education. We want everything, and we want nothing left in there. Well, when you start to put chemicals in those tanks, and we've all done it. I did it as an RVer. Get it smelling, throw another pod in, pour some more liquid in. Right. You know, it's going to make it better. Well, what you're doing is you're starting to create a septic tank environment. So where it drains in the ground, there's septic tanks. These are holding tanks. So holding tanks, you don't want anything to break down in them. You want that stuff to come out. So my philosophy, my kind of demonstration of how I tell people, an example I tell people is, okay, you have a fish tank. Rocks in a fish tank, dirty water's below the rocks, clear water's above the rocks. So all the solids have gone down into the rocks. So when you break stuff down in those tanks, we all got back flushers and stuff like that, so they're going to think they're getting the tanks clean. Well, all that dried up stuff from the chemicals that's broken stuff down is solidifying in the bottom of that tank, creating the pan. It's actually drying out and getting hard.
Really?
So the water's running across the top of it, and it's getting very clear when it comes out. So those sprayers we got just sitting at the back of the tank is basically rinsing 1/3 of that tank. It's not getting the sides and the corners.
Gotcha.
So if you don't break it down, it can't stick. So the bottle solution that we have is pine sol and calgon. Pine sol smells good. Calgon's a water softener, but it's got the surfactant in it, the pearls, that makes it nice and slick. So it coats that tank, keeps that tank nice and coated, and everything slides out of the tank a lot easier.
Okay.
So and we've been doing it for 12 years.
Okay.
So
I'm actually envisioning in my mind here, is the tank then, by using like the chemicals and pods and stuff like that, actually reducing your overall tank size?
So, good story. I've actually gone and cleaned tanks. There'll be so much sludge and build up in the bottom of tanks. There'll be a 30-gallon tank. And I know that 30 gallons, 80% is 8 times 3. That's 24 gallons. That should be to be at 80%. Had a lady stop me. I had her just go in and look. And she said, okay, it's coming up in the pipe at the toilet. Had 12 gallons in it.
Wow.
So there was about 15 gallons of sludge built up in that tank. And she could not believe the stuff that was coming out of it.
So anybody that's like dry camping, boon camping, anything like that, boondocking, anything like that, where tank size is, critical, then this is a great solution to get back their original tank size.
Your friend in the RV and in the tanks is water, and we preach water, water, water in our seminars. If you're boondocking, I understand, but as soon as you get done do boondock, you need to flood those tanks. You need to get some water in there. We never like to have a dry tank unless you're storing it in cold conditions. You always want to keep 3 to 5 gallons of water, a cup full of solution in there. You're primed, you're ready to go.
And that's the same for that solution as well as putting the water in there. Same for black and gray?
Both tanks. So that's how I talked about the mold early in the tank. So when you put it in the gray tanks, it's kind of helping slicking that tank so that stuff doesn't stick in there. We have a lot of people leave their gray valve open because they don't take showers and they fill up the tank quick. Well, I always explain, if you take wet hair or toilet paper or anything like that and I throw it on the wall and it's wet, it sticks to the wall, it dries out. You actually can have a clog in your gray tank from leaving your tanks open because it builds up in there.
Recently, we found out that you guys have partnered with FMCA. What does that partnership mean? What does that partnership look like for you guys and for FMCA?
So FMCA, we all know it stands for Family Motor Coach Association. Kleen Tank, we operate as a family, so we're not territorial dealers. So we help one another out. It's like I have a dealer here helping me with this rally, so we're not very territorial. Okay. So family. So that means a lot to us. And as far as helping us out, FMCA is like one of the biggest organizations as far as RV and most members.
Yep.
So it's a good platform for us to be on. But also, we want to help the FMCA members out. So our normal service is $300 when you're not at a rally and you're in the local area. But if you're an FMCA member, you can call into memberships, get a code. Even if you're not at the rally, you still get that $250 charge.
Oh, that's good.
You get the $50. So that's how we're trying to help FMCA. We're offering a $50 discount off the top of the cleaning for the being in partnership with them. So we're super excited about that. And I know we're here at FMCA, but we have partnered with Tiffin, Airstream, Newmar, and several more in the works right now.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, that's a great deal, though.
Yeah. So going back to the kind of the preventive maintenance in these tanks, we see the little bottles of the Kleen Tank solution. you put that in the gray and the black tanks. Do you do that? Do you need to add that every time you're flushing your tanks?
So we suggest you dump your tank, start off with 3 to 5 gallons of water in both of those tanks, put a cup full of that solution. Depends on what, if you got small tanks, you only probably need to put 4 ounces in there. But most of us have above 30-gallon tanks, so we want to put a cup full in each tank. Every time you dump, repeat the process. Put 3 to 5 gallons every time. I'll tell you a little story. Had a young couple, and they had a Newmar, 6 months old. They only used our solution. I said, you really don't need a cleaning right now. She said, no, we want to see how well your solution does. So I cleaned their tanks black, looked wonderful. Hardly anything in there come out. I went in there, I mean, it was just crystal clear coming out after I just 5 seconds. The gray tank, on the other hand, was really bad. She said, see there, it doesn't work. So I asked her, how many times you put in the black tank? Every time. I said, how often do you do it in the gray? Well, we do a lot of laundry, a lot of showers, about every 8 or 9 time. I said, see the difference? Being a repeated user in the black and not in the gray. So we suggest using it every time in the tanks.
Okay. So is that available? Where can people buy that solution?
So you can't buy it. You make it yourself. So we give it away with every service. We get a 32-ounce bottle. So that's enough for 4 tanks. With every service that we do, we give you the recipe. The recipe's on our website. The recipe's on back of every dealer's business card. The little bottle that we give away here, the recipe's on that. We got it on magnets. We really believe in it. We want people to use it. We want people to be invested in it. So we do not sell it. We give it away, but we give you the recipe how to make it. And it's pretty easy to make. If you make 32 ounces, it's 10 ounces of pine sol, a quarter cup of Calgon. Bath pearls is what we like to use. It's got more of the surfactant in it, and the rest is water. Make a gallon, it's 4 times that amount. It's 40 ounces of pine sol, a cup of Calgon. And a lot of people try to find the Calgon pearls in Walmart stuff. You really can't find it there. So you need to go to Amazon, and their prices vary from $7 a can to $30. It just depends on the supply and demand with Amazon. But we're recently opening up a online store that we're putting together from Kleen Tank. You can go to our webpage, and there'll be a tab for Calgon bath pearls. Click on it, you order it straight from us. They're going to be $15 straight across the board. And we're going to start selling those from there.
Boy, that's really generous of you guys to give out the secret to keeping the tanks clean when that's what you do. That's
what we do, but we want people that we're all RVers, so we want to clean. Of course, we didn't get in this not to make money, but I go back. We want to help RVers. We want to educate. We want to give recommendations on what to do, so that they're not struggling out there. We're all RVers that are dealers. At some point in time, we've had campers, and I have one. So I know the struggles of the black and gray tank, you know? So, and I don't think I've asked a question about toilet paper. Toilet paper really doesn't matter in the dump toilets, because the simple fact is it's about the water. Water. Enough water behind the toilet paper. Use any kind of toilet paper you want to. Because there again, we don't suggest breaking down anything in the tank. So everything's floating around in the tank, everything comes out. If it breaks down in solids, it goes to the bottom of the tank. So we really stress that. We do seminars, we do toilet paper demonstrations. At the end of the thing, all of them break down to a certain point. So my theory is paper's paper. It's the amount of water you put behind the paper.
Okay. Interesting. Learning a lot here. This is very educational
I didn't know
for
that
us. For anybody that's attending the show right now, what booth are you guys in, and how do they find you inside the vendor hall there?
We're in booth 347 and 349. We're at a corner booth. We have the big palm tree. We're giving away for this event a solo stove and 2 camping chairs. The drawing is at 10 a.m. this morning by Gary Milner.
Okay.
And we're giving away that camping setup, their chair. We're giving it all away to one winner. They're going to take something home with them today.
Right, and you said your website is, what's your website that people can go to?
Kleentank.com. So that's not with a C, it's with a K. Kleen tank.com.
Okay, great.
All right, perfect. Well, Jack, I think that's all of our questions for you, unless there's something that we missed or that you want to talk about or maybe highlight that you think we should have brought up.
So I think you asked them good questions, and I would just like to say to we're very grateful for FMCA, for us being here and being able to partnership with them. It means a lot to Kleen Tank, and we want to do what we can for all RVers. Anything. If you just got a question and you pick up the phone and call one of the dealers, they're more welcome to help you out in any situation that you're in. back at home, I'm from North Carolina, so I'm a long ways from home, as y'all can tell by my accent. So I get people call me and they got clogs. I'll talk them through how to unclog their unit till I can get home and get them clean. And that goes a long ways with a person. So we're there again. We go for the education. We ain't just about trying to make the money. We want to make the money, but we also want to educate and help as many people out as we can.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time, and we'll let you go so you can go give away that solo stove.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a great day. Thank y'all for having us.
Thank you.
And that wraps up another episode of our FMCA series. Today we delved into the world of RV customization and maintenance with our guests from CDI Custom Paint and Kleen Tank. From the stunning personalized designs that CDI Custom Paint brings to life, making every RV a unique masterpiece on wheels, to the essential cleaning services provided by Kleen Tank that keep our RVs tanked spotless and functioning smoothly, we've covered some unique aspects of RV living that truly enhance the journey. Remember, it's the attention to detail and extra care that make all the difference. Whether you're dreaming of a custom paint job that turns heads or ensuring your RV systems run clean and efficiently, these companies have got you covered. We hope you found today's episode both informative and fun. Be sure to check out CDI Custom Paint and Kleen Tank for your RV needs. They are the experts who can take your RV experience to the next level. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to our podcast and leave us a review. It is your feedback that keeps us going. We also want to thank Battleborn Batteries and Echo One Adventures one more time for their support. They make the podcast possible, and without them, we could not bring you this content. Be sure to stop by their websites, linked in the show notes, to see what they have to offer. Until next time, keep your RVs beautiful and clean, and safe travels.
Looking to get out there and stay out there? Battleborn Batteries lithium-ion batteries are here to power your RV, marine, and off-grid adventures. Designed as an easy drop-in replacement for traditional lead-acid batteries, these reliable solutions have 2 to 3 times the power, charge 5 times faster, are a fifth of the weight, and last 10 times longer. Offered in a variety of models in unique sizes and shapes, ranging from 50 amp hour to a robust 270 amp hour, and backed by a 10-year warranty. Battleborn batteries are built to fit your needs and power your experiences. On the road, on the water, and off the grid, reliable power is here. Check them out at battlebornbatteries.com.